Hello สวัสดีค่ะทุกคน Today we have different style of studying. I have recorded the PowerPoint presentation with the screen recording. Even today you do not see my face, but only my voice is enough, right? I know that all of you miss me. Okay, since today I have to go for the International College Roadshow, I have to visit some schools in Lamphun and in the some other districts nearby, so I cannot meet you in class today face to face. So, but that's not the problem, right? Because we have like online tools since we have passed COVID crisis. Today I would like to talk about the introduction to room division. This is from unit 3 from unit 3, and there are some topics or some activities which are from unit 1 or from the previous unit. Okay, so let's start. As you can see, this is the picture from the book on page 18. It is the organization chart, which I narrow it down because actually from like room division there are many subsidiaries or departments under room division. Start from the first one, front office. From the assignment, front office. Now from the assignment that I ask you to do with, it can be like individually or in pair or with 3. There is a what? Front office receptionist, right? Receptionist. Receptionist is a person who welcome guests, check in guests, check out guests, and provide any other services during the stay in the hotel. For example, like helping them with problems or giving some information about the hotel and also some other things like tourist attractions. And then next one, next department which is under room division is housekeeping. Housekeeping, there is housekeeper, right? Housekeeper or maid. So for this one, housekeeping, it will be in the second part after the midterm examination. Then reservation. Reservation is the department which is responsible for taking room reservation, right? And then telephone or operator. There is the position operator mentioned in the assignment, right? Operator. It can be divided into 2 parts: operator for taking reservation and operator during the stay in the hotel. So there is another word which is switchboard. So when you can imagine when you stay in the hotel and you need help, so you call the operator, right? So the operator is in telephone department here. And then the last one is uniformed service and concierge. This is also mentioned in the assignment, right? And some of you might not understand what it is because it is something which is not familiar with. Usually concierge is a person who knows everything about hotel, about tourist attractions, about ticket, about theater ticket or flight ticket or like schedule, about the event arranged or organized in like the particular occasion. So it means that a concierge is a person who help guests with everything, both about the hotel and also outside the hotel. In order to make them, in order to make guests feel like they are staying at home, feel warm, welcome, and comfort. And uniform service. Now, uniform service is the department that is responsible for a uniform. Okay, next one. So, actually, room division is divided into two main parts. The first one is front office, and the second one is housekeeping. And we are going to talk about two departments. Then, this is I would like to talk about the qualification of the quality grade hospitality employee. Actually, this is from exercise or activity which is on page 6, right? That I assign you as a homework. For the title of this video clip is Front Desk First Impressions. So I would like to make a summary. There are two main keywords. Usually, those qualifications are not for working in the hotel, but for any career, any kind of job, right? The first one is appearance. Appearance is something you can see outside, right? So it means that it can be something about grooming, which includes clothes, or uniform. For example, like now you are wearing student uniform, right? So you need to clean. Your student uniform should be clean and neat, isn't it? It doesn't need to be very expensive, but just clean and neat. That's it. And then another keyword is personality. 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 You cannot judge people by appearance, right? Okay, so personality. What kind of qualified or a great employee? Be polite. And have a service mind. Now we are talking about hospitality industry, so for sure having service mind is the most important factor, right? And then what else from this video clip? If you still remember, being a good employee should pay attention, right? Now pay attention in everything during working hour. Care about guests. And in one scene, he sleeps during a working hour, right? So that is about time management. Do not talk about personal business or like a chit chat during working hour, especially for hotel employee. Phone should be kept in the locker. You are not allowed to bring mobile phone with you during you are working. So Oh, and one more word, which is very important. Hygiene. The word hygiene. Hygiene means clean. Be clean. Be clean. And you have to be careful about like some like dirty things. Hygiene. Okay. And then this is from the book, page 6 to 7. Here are all qualities of great hospitality employee. So you can read on it. Commitment, communication skills, computer know-how, enthusiasm, be active, interpersonal skills because you have to work with other people. Leadership, it doesn't mean you need to be only a manager or executive, but all of employee, they should have a leadership in order to make their own decision. Organize or managing. You need to manage things in order. Knowledgeable of safety and hygiene issues. You need to know not only about hotel information, but you need to know some other safety policy. Teamwork for sure. You are not alone, right? And thorough. What does the word thorough mean? It means that you have to take every detail. You have to concentrate on that particular customer to show that you really care about him or her or them. And also right here, as I mentioned, it is not only for hotel employee, but for any kind of jobs that you need to know. And in the next year, you are going to be a student trainee. So you are in like police station office or immigration office or wherever, you have to have the like simple 10 top trait of a great person, a great employee. As a team, being a team player. Discipline. You need to know what time that you have to wake up and arrive at work. You need to dress up properly according to the policy. You need to have your own discipline. Next one, honest. Everyone knows it. Reliable, hardworking, positive attitude, good cultural fit. Cultural here means the company culture. We normally know culture is something about tradition, something about traditional festival or some other thing which is practiced or which is treated for a long time ago, right? But for this one, company culture, it is like in different company, different office, they have their own culture that you have to learn. New employee have to learn and adapt yourself. Detail orientated. You have to be responsible for a particular or a tiny detail. Productive, creative, dedicated, passion. You have to work 7 hours with your passion. Work hard. Okay, so those are about traits or characteristic of the great employee. And right here, again, this is the organization chart. There, under the rooms division, there are front, service, and housekeeper. Three three main departments, and we are now talking about front desk and also reservation, and also operator, right? And also service, which is concierge and bellboy or porter. And for housekeeper department, room attendant, this is for after midterm exam. So you can see there are many jobs in room division department. But I just focus on the one which is front of the house officer. I will not talk about the manager. I will not talk about the executive something. Just the person who work with guests and have communication with guests. Okay. Front office manager. We cannot avoid talking about the front office. So he or she is the supervisor, right? As you see here, front office manager. So from the chart, you can see they'll take care of all positions here. So they monitor guest service by the staff. And also they can help when the staff cannot deal the problem, manager can solve. And sometimes staff cannot make their own decision, so manager can make the decision. From the list from 1 to 6. And then operator. Operator usually like AIS call center, right? Operator or call center at the hotel. The main duties is working with incoming or outgoing call, wake up call, answering questions about hotel service and product, taking message. But for this one, it is quite old. In the past, when there was no, mobile phone was not that famous or popular as this present time. People call to the hotel. People make an outgoing call from the hotel to some other countries. But right now, outgoing call, taking message are rarely. Operating hotel paying system, directing incoming call, provide paging service for guests and employee. So, for, the major or the keywords for operator is working with a phone call, answering questions, and also when guests have some problem, guests call center. If there is something broken in the room, guests call the call center or the operator, and then the operator call engineering. So like I mentioned, like operator call center is the center, and then they can ask for help from some other departments. Receptionist, welcome guests, check in, check out, deal with guest queries or problems or questions, provide prompt and professional guest service. Reception, welcome, check in, check out, deal, provide services. Room controller, room controller. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to make it short. It's a person who have knowledge about room. We talk about room type, right? Every room offered at a facility. Which kind of room that is suitable for like a member, a family traveler? Which kind of room is proper for a single traveler? Even the traveler requests for the room นะคะ and then room controller will manage which room number นะคะ which room number and room controller they do not clean the room but they check the room whether it is ready or whether it works for the next guest or not so they work with housekeeping นะคะ they work with housekeeping what's wrong okay they work with housekeeping department or abbreviation is HK นะคะ HK okay, and concierge a person who knows everything he or she is not a receptionist their duties is not to check in check out guests but to help guests with everything it can be a theater ticket it can be about the time flight it can be about the event in the cities for example so not only in the hotel that the concierge helps guests provide more information but for some other thing outside the hotel as well and there is the word entertain sometimes a concierge is a person who also entertain guests during the stay in the hotel they can walk everywhere like in the lobby greeting guests asking how are you go to the restaurant and ask about is how is the food that guests are having they can go to the kids club and play with children for example so it is a huge duty for a concierge and then bellboy bellboy you might get confused bellboy and doorman different and also from this chart so you can see door attendant and bell attendant right here they are in a different position so as you know they are a person who help guests with luggage right take guests to the room familiarizing guests about safety features and room facilities like introduce safety policy and facilities and amenities in room because they have to take guests to the room right and then locating a guest in a specific area of the hotel introduce some specific area and then posting guest mail sometimes mail letter providing information to guests about the hotel right here this is not only bellboy responsibility to provide information but for all hotel staff those who work like in the front office department and finally all people all staff they need to service guests and again this is the keyword for hospitality industry to meet guest needs and ensure guest satisfaction Needs and satisfaction are very important for the word service. Okay, then next topic is about room type. Okay, now let's talk about it because you have done the assignment, right? I will talk about it briefly, starting from single, double, triple, and twin. Okay, 4 types of rooms here. I would like you to um, imagine and try to look at its name so that it will be easy for you to understand. Even there are like 20 room types, but you just focus on the name and its meaning, and then that's it. For example, like the word single. Single means one, right? One. Double means two. But two here, it means that it is like 2 times bigger than the single bed. It does not mean there are 2 beds. 2 beds is here. Twin. Which means single bed, but 2 single bed in one room. Okay. Then triple. Triple means 1, 2, and 3, right? So that's it. Next one is queen and king. Queen and king. The green one. Queen and king. This is what? This is sizeค่ะ size. Queen is smaller than a king. That's it. So try to pair or group them. Courtroom. Court. This is the biggest one, right? I mean the biggest one in terms of single, double, triple, and twin. Then double. Double is added. Again, the red one. Oops, sorry. So you can see the red one and the green one. Red are in one group and green is another group. Sorry. Then studio. Studio is it is more stylish. It is more stylish. And it is like a sofa, which can be turned to be a bed. It is a bit special than the previous two. Next one is suites. Suites can be master or mini suite. When we talk about master, is a huge one. Mini or junior is the smaller one. But both suite, master and mini, they are bigger than the standard room type here. These are standard, but this one bigger, or we can say huge. And then connecting room, adjoining room, and adjacent room. Let's change. Is yellow. Yellow is yellow work. Try. Connecting room, adjoining room, and adjacent room. Okay. Let's see. Connecting. Connecting is from the word connect, right? So it means from the picture here, not clear. Let's change into the red one again. Here, this is a door. So you can walk through from one to another by the connecting door here. This is called connecting door. And then adjoining. So you can think about the word join, but without a connecting door like this. No. So, adjoining room. Without, no, without door. Connecting door. No connecting door. And adjacent. What is adjacent? So from this picture is also very clear. Okay, this room A and room B. Oops, sorry. This is not a room. I'm sorry. This is A and B. This is adjoining, join, next to each other. And sometimes in some website also define adjacent as adjoining, right? But the difference for adjacent is the adjacent can be the room which is like opposite. For example, here, this is room C, opposite to this, to B, and opposite A. And it can be a hallway. But for adjoining, you can see room A and room B are next to each other. But adjacent, they are not next to, but they opposite. Okay. So these are room types. The first one is number of what? Number of bed, right? Standard number of bed. And then size of bed, king and queen, right? And then suite, very special. And then what? Position, position of the room, next to or opposite, with door or not. Got it? Position, next to or opposite, or join with or without door. So those are room types. And if you think in like the same way as mine, you will understand them more. Okay. And when we talk about hotel staff in front office or room division, we talk about room types, we talk about qualifications, and we talk about hotel guest a bit. Okay, hotel guest is classified by the purpose of visit, for traveling, for business, for conference, or for long stay vacation. Group size can be one single, or it can be a big group. Origin, from domestic, from local, or from some other provinces, or from other country. And those are types of guests. Leisure, corporate, free independent, group inclusive tour, group tour, domestic or local tourists, local. Now in Thailand or in every area in the world, because of COVID-19, so people change their traveling style. Usually in the previous time they travel abroad, right? But right now they cannot fly to other countries, so they travel in the country or in their village. So that is local or domestic tourist. When you listen when you hear the word domestic, you would think about domestic flight, right? And international flight. Inter means between, one to another country. But for domestic means within. Within. Conference participants, VIP, incognito. Okay, this one. Very, very, very important. For this one, there is only one V. But for the last one, I just add many V's. Because this kind of guest, they need privacy and security. For example, like royal family. For example, like US Army. They visit the hotel for, it can be for business, for training, and they need a high quality of security and also privacy. Okay, just get to know. Okay, just get to know. Oh, sorry. For this one, actually I delete now, so you just forget it. This is the last page. Okay, but just forget it. Okay, and then what I would like you to do is review the lesson again from the PowerPoint presentation. It is just the summary or a brief summary of the lesson from the book. So this is from Unit 3 Unit 3 page 18 to 20. Actually 20 something 20 if it is Unit 3 24 18 to 24. So review again because all of them are about knowledge. Remember that we need skill, we need attitude and SAK and knowledge. Knowledge about hotel. Oh, and also on page 20, everyone, duties of front office, check in, check out. There are some procedures stated, but in the reality, this is just a guide or guidance for responsibility or procedure of checking in and checking out. But in some, in guest house, in hotel, there might be a different procedure, but I'm sure that the procedures are not completely different. There might be some other procedure added, or there might be some other procedure deleted, but just keep it in mind that this is only the guidance. And there is one thing which is about overbooking. So I would like you to review and search for more information about overbooking. And next class, I will have some question about overbooking. I'll have some question about overbooking. So please study. On page 21, actually this should be in the taking reservation procedure. I put it in the wrong place. So no worry about this. Instant reservation, page 20 from number 1 to number 7. I will talk about it in Unit 4, taking reservation and giving information. Okay, what I'd like you to do is the first one, overbooking. Now look for more information about overbooking. And also, the second one is what? Page 22 to 23. Oops, sorry, 24 and 24. I need it in class today. Overbooking, you just read, find the information. But for number 2, submit it to me. Assignment. Submit it to me. Assignment within 11 o'clock. Okay? So, that's all for today class. And next week, we are going to talk about practicing using English expressions, taking reservation and giving room information. Any questions you can ask via Microsoft Teams. Okay, so thank you very much for today. See you soon. สวัสดีจ้า